Okay, good morning. I'm Jessie. Welcome to Sunday Morning Yoga. We're going to begin in a reclined position for a few moments of centering, taking some time to shut out the outside world. So you can settle into any comfortable corpse pose. Your knees could be bent with your feet on the floor. Your legs could be extended. If your legs are extended, you can let your feet flop open. Your arms could be at your sides, palms facing up in a gesture that's open and receptive. You can press down into your elbows to tuck your shoulder blades under so your heart chakra is nice and open. You can tip your chin so your spine is nice and long. We're just going to settle in here. Close your eyes. Begin to take a few soft, full, deep breaths. You can try to transition into a three-part yoga breath. Inhaling, filling your belly, ribs, chest with air. And as you exhale, relax, let your chest, ribs, belly contract. And just begin to let everything from the outside world slip away as you give yourself permission to be present here in this time, in this space. spread. Check in, see if there's any tension or pain, anything you need to be cautious of or work on today. You can also scan through your thoughts and set aside any worries or concerns for this hour. You can set a goal or an intention for your practice if you like. Lately for me it's been each day I automatically get healthier and healthier. And then we're going to begin with a full supine stretch. So we're just going to extend both legs straight down from our hips, resting on the floor. We're going to bring both arms over our head, resting on the mat. And we're going to inhale and stretch. Arms back, legs down. You can spread your fingers and toes. You can wiggle around a little. You can yawn if you like. And then exhale. Relax and release. We're going to do that 2 more times. We're really going to stretch. And then when it comes time to exhale, we're just going to audible sigh, exhale, relax and release. So ready? Inhale and stretch, 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 stretch. Exhale, relax and release. 1 more time. Inhale and stretch, stretch, stretch. Exhale, relax and release. And then from here, we're going to raise our arms in the air and just rotate our wrists a few times. Yoga can be tough on our wrists, so you're just going to warm them up for our practice today. You can switch directions if you're rotating your wrists. Good. You can point and flex. Good. And then from here, we're going to bring our right knee in towards our chest. Squeeze it on the exhale. Maybe rotate your ankle if that feels good. Just drawing circles with your toes, just nice and easy. You can switch directions if you're rotating your ankle. Point and flex. Good. Squeezing your knee in on the exhale. We'll bring our ankle to stillness. We're going to take our right knee and our right hand, just open that out to the right side for a moment. Nice and easy. In this pose, throughout our yoga practice, we want to back off if there's any pain. We only want to go to the point where we're feeling a stretch. 1 more breath. We're going to bring our right knee back to center. We're going to switch hands here and then bring our right leg across our body for a twist. Maybe looking out over your right arm or shoulder. Good. 1 more breath. We're going to bring that right knee back into center, and then we're going to do a rock the baby or cradle the baby to loosen up our hip. So if you joined me last week, we did this from a seated pose. You can also do it from a reclined pose. We're going to hold our right foot in our left hand and our right knee in our right hand. And our lower leg, our shin is going across our body. So we're just going to loosen up our hip a little bit. So we're going to bring that leg side to side. You can kind of do a little in and out, maybe a few circles. Just nice and easy, just warming up that hip for the rest of our practice. Anything that feels good. And meanwhile, we're going to bend our left knee and put our left foot on the floor. We're going to bring our right hip to stillness, and we're going to cross our right ankle over our left thigh from a figure 4, and we're going to bring both legs in towards our chest. You can reach one hand on either side of that left thigh. We're bringing our left leg in as we're gently pressing our right knee away from our body. Again, this is a hip stretch. Figure 4, or we have our hands around our thighs. Sometimes this is called eye of the needle. Good. We're going to do 1 more breath. We're going to release the grip on our left thigh. We're going to bring that right knee in towards our chest 1 more time, squeezing it on the exhale. We're going to take that right knee in our right hand. We're just repeating those few little stretches. We're going to bring that right knee out to the right side. Try to keep both hips on the mat. Good. We're going to bring that right knee back to center. Take that right knee in our left hand and bring that right leg across our body for a twist. Perhaps looking out over our right shoulder if that feels good. So this is a good stretch if you have that sciatic nerve pain. If you're feeling tension, just focus your breath into those muscles and imagine those muscles relaxing and releasing with your exhale. 1 more breath. Right knee back to center, squeezing in towards our chest 1 more time. And then we're going to relax and release our right leg. We're just going to repeat everything on the left side. So squeezing in on the exhale. Maybe rotating your ankle if that feels good. Drawing circles with your toes. Nice and easy. Good. We're going to switch directions. Maybe point and flex. And we'll bring our ankle to stillness. We're going to take our left knee and our left hand, open that knee out to the left side for that little inner thigh stretch. We want to try to keep both hips on the mat. So I bring my right hand onto my right hip, just to remind me not to tip over to the left. Give that a try if that works for your body. We're going to bring that left knee back to center, switch hands, and bring our left leg across our body for a twist. Again, perhaps looking out over your left shoulder. Adjust here. Get the stretch that feels right in your body. Backing off if there's any pain. Sending your breath into areas of tightness. Good. One more breath. We're going to come back to center. And we're going to take that left leg and do a little rock the baby or cradle the baby. So bring our left knee in our left hand, left foot in our right hand. And we're just loosening up that hip. So you might be bringing your leg side to side across the front of your body. You can lift and lower your knee if that feels good. Maybe some circles. Nice and easy. Meanwhile, we're going to bend our right knee with our right foot on the floor. And then here we're going to cross our left ankle over our right thigh. Bring both legs in towards our chest. Again, we're bringing our right leg in as we're gently pressing our left knee away from our body. I like to keep my right knee bent, but if you prefer to have your leg in the air, that's also fine. Squeezing in on the exhale. Good. And then we're going to release our right leg. We're going to bring our left knee in towards our chest one more time. Squeeze in on the exhale. Left knee in our left hand, opening that left knee out to the side for a little inner thigh stretch. We're going to bring that knee back to center, switch hands, and then just bring that left leg across your body for a twist. Adjust so that the stretch works best for you. Maybe looking out over your left arm. Good. One more breath here. We're going to inhale everything back to center. We're going to bring both knees in towards our chest. Lift our head and shoulders off the mat. Make a tight little ball with this egg pose. Just a tight little ball. Or relax our head and shoulders. And we're going to take this to some spinal rolls. So you can hold on top of your knees or under them. And we're rocking forward and back. Forward and back. Fast or slow, big or small movements. Whatever feels good here. Just listen to your body. Just a few more spinal rolls. And then when you're ready, you can roll yourself up to a seated pose. And then we're going to transition into table. We're just going to come onto our hands and our knees with our wrists and shoulders in alignment, knees and hips in alignment. And we're going to do a tabletop twist, and then we're going to take that right into a thread the needle. We're going to come back to that thread the needle motion a little bit later on. So we're just warming up for that now. So we're going to start with our right arm. We're going to inhale our right arm up and around for a twist. Your drishti or your gaze could follow those right fingers. Good. One more breath. And then we're going to imagine this right arm is kind of scooping down. So we're kind of circling it. Exhale as that arm comes down. Right palm faces up. Our right arm is sliding under our left. Right shoulder inside the head to the mat. A little thread the needle twist. Your left hand could stay on the floor. You can raise it in the air. You can bend your elbow with your hand behind your back. Whatever feels good here. Listen to your body. And we're going to come back into table. We're going to repeat that on the opposite side. So we're going to lift our left arm up and around for a twist. Good. We're going to imagine scooping, circling kind of this left arm down. Exhale as the hand comes down. Left palm faces up. Our left arm is sliding under our right. Left shoulder inside the head to the mat. Again, anything you want to do with that right hand is fine. You can keep it on the mat, raise it in the air. Bend your elbow with your hand behind your back. Good. One more breath. come back into table. And from table, we're gonna curl our toes under, straighten our legs, and come back into down dog. Just spending a few breaths here, walking the dog, bending first one knee and then the other, coming up onto all 10 toes, pushing into your heels, whatever feels good here. Roll your inner elbows towards each other, lift your tailbone towards the ceiling. Again, breathing into areas of tightness, backing off if you're feeling any pain. Good. Now from here, we're going to step our right foot between our two hands in lunge. We're going to drop down onto our left knee, and we're going to come up to a low lunge. So normally when we do a lunge, we take extra care to make sure our knee and ankle are in alignment. That keeps our knee from being in a compromised position. But since our back knee is on the mat here, we can slide that front knee forward to get that hip flexor stretch. So this is one of the only times we let our knee come out over our toes, and it's because our back leg is on the mat, so our knee isn't in any kind of compromised position here. Anything you want to do with your hands is fine. Mine are on my thigh, yours could be in heart center, in the air like a crescent lunge, whatever you like. One more breath. We're going to come back into down dog. So we're going to shift our weight back, hands on either side of our right foot, back to down dog for a breath, and then same thing with our left foot forward. Left foot's coming up between our two hands. We're dropping down to our right knee, coming up to that low lunge. Excuse me, my shirt is holding forward more than I would like. So I'm just going to adjust that a little bit as we sink into that front knee, opening up that right hip flexor. See if that, sinking into that front knee. I like to close my eyes when I'm in an asana or pose so I can really concentrate on where I'm feeling the stretch. Maybe it's your right thigh, right hip. Maybe your front ankle is a little bit wobbly. It's nice to just check in. We're going to come back to neutral. Hands on the mat, back to down dog. Take a breath. We're going to come down into table. We're going to keep our toes curled under. We're going to walk our hands back towards our knees, and we're going to come up into a little frog squat here. So our heels are up ideally, and our knees are pointed towards the sides of our mat. Your hands could be on the mat, or you can come up into a balance. If squatting bothers you, we're going to do standing forward fold next. You can just skip ahead to that. You can also, of course, make any modifications you need here. You could be sitting on a block. Maybe your heels are down. Maybe your knees aren't out to the side. Just listen to your body. This is a really good stretch to do if you have like plantar fasciitis issues, stretching your feet, your ankles, your insoles. This is a really good stretch for that. And if you're doing the balance, just focus your attention on a stationary object. Use your breath. Good. One more breath here. And then we're going to bring our hands to the mat. We're going to straighten our legs into a standing forward fold. I bring my feet back to parallel to each other. You can do whatever you like here. And we're just going to do a little ragdoll. So your arms get dangled. You can fold them, making a little box for your head. And we're just going to shake out any lingering tension. Let your arms and hips sway from side to side or forward and back. Shake out your head, your neck, your shoulders. Just imagine tension and stress draining away from your body. Let it go. We don't need it. Good. One more breath in our ragdoll. We'll release our arms. Slowly roll up to standing. Try to come up on the inhale and pausing at the top in Tadasana, mountain pose for a few moments. Close your eyes, come back to center. Check and see how you're feeling. Have new aches or pains popped up? Is something feeling better or worse than when we started? Just try to notice. Notice without judgment. If you set an intention, you can remind yourself of that here. Good. And then we're going to open our eyes and we're going to do a little active balance here. These are just leg swings. We're going to start with our feet under our hips in Tadasana, hands together in prayer position, or I like my hands on my hips for balance. closes. We're gonna let our weight come into our left foot, and we're just gonna lift that right leg off the mat just a little bit, and then we're gonna swing it forward and back, forward and back. Good. Faster, slow, bigger, small movements. Again, we're just loosening up our hip here a little bit. Maybe you need to touch your foot down in between, that's fine. A little bit more of a challenge if you can keep it up. Good. And we're gonna take that same leg and we're gonna go in and out. And it's okay if you're struggling, it's okay if you're touching down. It doesn't have to be pretty. Good. One more breath. And we're gonna try to take this right to a figure four balance. So putting a little bend in our left knee, we're trying to cross that right ankle over our left thigh. You could also be in the kickstand version. Sitting back. Beautiful. One more breath. We're going to straighten our standing leg, hands down. You can shake out your left leg a little. And then, of course, we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Whatever we do on one side, we do on the other, of course. So coming back to our Tadasana. Inhale, and as you exhale, let your weight sink into your right foot. Then we're going to lift our left leg off the mat. And swing forward and back. You can flex your foot here a little bit to help keep that foot from touching the mat. Nice and easy, faster, slow, bigger, small movements. Adjust where you need to. Good. One more breath here. We're going to go in and out. Good. Keep a little bend in your right knee. We don't want to lock out our knee. Now see if we can take this to figure four. A little bend in our right knee. We're going to cross our left ankle over. Help it if you need to. And then sit back into figure four balance. Good. One more breath. We're going to straighten up. Release our left foot. You can straighten out your right leg a little. Good. I'm just going to give you a little, just before we get started on our flow portion, the second half of our flow, we're going to be doing a move that gets you into kind of like wild thing. I always think this is like it's similar to flipping the dog, which we did last week. So I just want to give you a little preview before we get started, just so you can see what we're doing here. We're going to be bringing our right knee towards our left elbow, swinging our weight forward. We're going to be raising that right leg in the air. Then we're going to bring, that left leg. Then we're going to bring that left knee in towards our nose. We're going to straighten it back out. Then we're going to bring our left knee towards our right elbow. And once your left foot has kind of cleared your right leg, we're coming onto the pinky toe side of that left foot. And then we're pivoting on our right foot and lifting our right arm up. If you don't feel like doing that last portion, that's fine. You can stick with just bringing your knee towards your elbow. And of course, we'll walk through it when we get to that point. You can make your decision then. Sometimes these things look a lot more complicated than they are, than when you're when you're doing them yourself. Sorry. Okay. So we're going to start towards the back of our mat in Tadasana. We're going to start with that figure four balance again. And then eventually we're going to be stepping forward out of that balance. Sometimes it's pretty, sometimes it's not. It's all okay. So Tadasana, hands together in prayer position at heart center. We're just going to take a nice full deep breath. There we go. We're going to inhale here. And as we exhale, we're going to let our weight come into our left foot. And then from here, we're going to lift our right foot up. Again, you could be in that little kickstand version. You can raise that right leg. You can help it along here with your left hand. And when you finally have this going on, you can sit back like chair pose. Beautiful. You can stay here in our figure four balance, or you can add on to it. Whatever you like is fine. If you want to add on, we're just straightening out that left leg, and we're folding forward into a standing forward fold. We just happen to have this right knee off the mat. Most of us get to like 8 inches, and then you kind of have to trust yourself. Or you can use a block or a chair here as well. I just like to flail around. Do it if I can and look silly if I don't, that's okay. Try not to lock out your left knee. We're going to try to come back up. Use your core to lift your torso. Ooh, there we go. Good, one more breath. Then we're going to step this right foot forward. We're circling our arms. We're up on our back toes, and we're sinking into a nice crescent lunge. Interlacing our fingers, shoulders away from our ears. Our front knee is bent over our ankle. We definitely do not want it popping out over our toes for this one. Shoulders down and away from our ears. We're opening up that left hip flexor. We're squeezing our shoulder blades together. Good. We're going to try to take this to Warrior 3. Again, it doesn't have to be pretty or perfect. We're transitioning our weight to our right foot, lifting our left foot up, and then coming down in a T pose. Anything you want to do with your arms is fine. Good. Neutral neck. One more breath. And then we're going to see if we can bring our hands all the way to the mat in a standing split. One more breath. A little bend in our right knee. We're going to lower our left toes and then our left knee to the mat. We're going to make sure that our right knee is over our right ankle. This is where the thread the needle is coming back into play. We're going to bring our left elbow to the mat, and I like to hold my left hand on my right ankle, just kind of making a little box here. And we're going to do this next part 3 times. So just like our tabletop twist, we're going to inhale and lift our right arm up and around for a twist. We're not letting this right knee flop out to the right side. Then we're going to exhale. This right arm scoops down in front of your right leg and goes under your left arm. And then we're going to inhale and lift it back up. We're going to do that 2 more times. We're going to come back to this a little bit later on. And we're going to repeat it. And you have the option to lifting your back knee off the mat or keeping it down in the modified version. Either will be fine. Good. One more breath. And we're going to bring one hand and then the other to the mat. We're going to do a little chaturanga here. You can move at your own pace or follow along with me. Lifting our left knee, plank and lower. Dropping your knees when you need to, hover if you can. Baby cobra, full cobra, up dog, whatever you like here. If you're familiar with my practice, I like to hold cobra a little bit longer. That's what feels right for my body. Good. And then back to down dog. Here comes those little knee in poses that we're going to be doing. You can also be in table here if you need a little rest before we get going. You can skip this part and be in table or child's pose. That's also fine. We're going to lift our right leg into the air. A little 3-legged down dog. Then we're going to bring our right knee, kind of shifting our weight forward like we would coming into a plank. Our right knee is coming towards our right elbow. And then our right leg is shooting back up into a 3-legged down dog. Our right knee is coming towards our nose. Back into down dog. Good. Then this time, our right knee is coming towards our left elbow. Once our right foot clears our left leg, you kind of straighten out that right leg, come onto the pinky toe side of your foot, pivot on your left leg as we lift our left arm up. You might have bent knees and have more of a flip dog. Your legs could be straight. Whatever works here, that's fine. We're going to do one more breath, back to down dog. Doesn't have to be pretty. One more chaturanga, plank and lower. Full cobra, baby cobra, up dog, whatever you like. Exhale into down dog when you're ready. Good, we're coming back to that lunge. Our right foot is coming forward between our 2 hands. Here's where you can stay up on your left toes or drop down onto your left knee. And if you drop down onto your left knee, you can do it at any time. So from our lunge here, we're going to bring our left elbow to the mat. Again, I like to hold it onto my right ankle. Try to keep that right knee in the air. And we're threading the needle. So we're lifting our right arm up. Exhale, scooping the arm down. Letting it come under our left arm. And back up 3 times total at your own pace. Moving with your breath. Good. Then we're going to come back up to a lunge. For me, I need to drop that left knee now to get back into position. We're stepping our right leg up into a 3-legged down dog. We're going to walk our hands back towards our left foot for a little standing split. We're going to bring both feet to the floor, standing forward fold. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold a little deeper. Reverse swan dive all the way back up to standing. And exhale, hands down. Beautiful. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Let me just get a little drink here. I get so dry when I'm talking the whole time. Sorry about that. I'm sure it's not fun to listen to me gulping down water and breathing heavily as we go on. I'm finding this one a little challenging. Hopefully you are as well. Back over our mat into Tadasana. Hands together in prayer position. Just take that nice full deep breath. There we go. Then we're going to inhale once again. And as we exhale, let your weight sink down into your right foot. Now we're bringing our left leg up into that figure four. So a little kickstand, raise it a little, help it along. A little bend in our right knee helps with this. And then sit back like chair. Once you can sit back, this balance becomes a little bit easier, I think. You can, of course, stay right here in your balancing figure four, or you can straighten out your right leg and start to fold forward. Most of us get to a point where we're like, oh, can't reach. You can use a block, a chair, or try to trust yourself. No one's watching. You might be able to just bring your hands to the mat and give this a try. If not, you can just put your left foot down. No one knows, no one can see. It's totally fine. One more breath. Try to put a little bend in your right knee. We don't want to lock that knee out. We're using our core to bring us back to our figure four. Balance. Good. Then we're stepping that left foot forward, circling our arms, coming up onto our right toes and sinking into a nice, beautiful crescent lunge. Making sure our front knee doesn't pop out over our toes. We're up on our back toes. We're opening up this hip flexor, shoulders away from our ears, maybe a little back bend here. And then we're going to transition into warrior three. So we're transitioning our weight to our left foot, lifting our right, kind of coming down in a T pose. Any arms you like in your warrior three are fine. Good. Now we're going to bring our hands to the mat in a standing split. Take a breath, and then we're going to take this to a low lunge. So we're going to bend our left knee. It's out over our left ankle. We're going to drop down onto our right knee. Adjust this left leg if you need to. Our right elbow is coming to the mat. Again, I like to hold on to my left ankle. It makes me feel contained and in control here. And we're going to thread the needle. So we're going to lift our left arm up and around for a twist, just like we did in table. Then we're going to scoop this left arm down. It's going to thread under our right arm. And then we're going to open it back up. 2 more times at your own pace. Listen to your body and move with your breath. We don't all have to be at the same place at the same time. Beautiful. Beautiful thread the needle twist. Good. Now we're going to bring our hands to the mat. We're going to curl our back toes under, lift our knee, a little chaturanga here. Following along with me or moving at your own pace or skipping these push-ups. Maybe you're not up for that today. That's fine. Maybe you're like me and you like to hold cobra a little bit longer. That's also fine because we have a chance to meet up in down dog where we take our little rest. You can also be in table or child's pose, of course. We want about 3 to 5 resting breaths here, preparing us for this next portion. Good. Then when you're ready, we're going to lift our left leg off the mat, 3-legged down dog. Then we're going to shift our weight forward as our left knee comes towards our left elbow. And then we're going to shoot that left leg back up into the air. Left knee is coming towards our nose, back into the air. Left knee is coming towards our right elbow. Once we shift our weight forward and our left foot clears our right leg, you can kind of straighten it out, coming onto the pinky toe side of our foot, pivoting, lifting our right arm up. Again, you're probably doing this a little bit faster, and that's good. It's a little bit more challenging to trying to make sure you can see what's happening here. And then we're bringing, what are we doing here? We're going to take a breath. That's what we're going to do. We're going to do a little chaturanga here. Plank and lower. Drop your knees when you need to. Hover if you can. Adjust where you need to. Down dog when you're ready. Beautiful. Then our left foot's coming up between our two hands in our lunge. You can come up on your right toes or drop down onto your right knee anytime. We're bringing our right elbow to the mat, holding onto our left ankle. Good. Then we're going to lift our left arm up in a twist. Scoop that left arm under our right and open back up. Try not to slouch into your right shoulder if you can help it. Drop your back knee if you need to. We're doing 3 of these at your own pace, moving with your breath, listening to your body. We're going to come back to our lunge. Our left leg is going up into a 3-legged down dog. We're going to walk our hands back towards our right foot till we're in a standing split. Both feet to the floor. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold a little deeper. Reverse swan dive all the way back up to standing. And exhale. Hands down. Good. I'm just going to do a few more little standing things here before we make our way back down to the mat. We're coming to mountain pose. Anywhere comfortable is fine. Or anywhere on your mat is fine. I don't know what I'm saying today. Rock forward and back on your feet a little bit. And then we're going to cross our right ankle over our left ankle. So rolling our weight come into our left leg. You can be up on your right toes, or we're trying to bring both feet to the floor. From here, we're going to inhale our arms up. We're going to hold our right wrist with our left hand. We're going to do a little side stretch over to the left. Beautiful. We're going to come back to center. Release our arms, little back bend, and then we're going to fold forward, reaching as we come down. It's okay if your ankles are shaking here. That's one of the things that helps us strengthen our ankles. Hands to the mat or a block. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold a little bit forward in our forward fold. Good. Try not to lock out your knees. We're going to put a little bend in our knees. Tightening your core, that helps protect our lower back as we lift our torso back up. And come back to Tadasana. Good. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So mountain pose. Good contact with our feet. We're crossing our left ankle over our right ankle. Again, you could be up on your toes here, or you can go for the full version where we're bringing both feet flat to the floor. Try not to lock out your knee. I want to lock out my right knee. That's my instinct, so I have to try to keep it a little squishy here. We're going to inhale our arms up. Hold our left wrist in our right hand. Shoulders away from our ears. Little side stretch over to the right. Opening up our side, our heart chakra. Beautiful. We're going to come back to center. Release our wrists. Little back bend. And then fold forward just like we do in our sun salutations. Reaching out as you come down, lengthening your spine. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold a little deeper in our forward fold. Try to turn your attention inward. See where you're feeling the stretch. See if you can tell what's different now that we have our ankles crossed. Good. One more breath. Again, try not to lock out your knees. And we want to engage our core. That's one of the things that helps protect our lower back. As we inhale and lift our torso up. And exhale, back to Tadasana. Good. We're going to do a regular forward fold here. We're going to come back to our little squat, but of course you can skip that part if you need to. Feet are under our hips. We're going to inhale our arms up. Little back bend, and then reach forward as you come down. Lengthen your spine as you come down. Lengthen, 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 lengthen. Then let your hands come down, your head and shoulders relax. We're going to inhale, look up. Exhale, fold a little deeper in our forward fold. Good, and then we're going to position ourselves for for that same squat we did earlier. So I'm pivoting on my heels, lifting my toes to bring my toes out to the side. Need to bring my feet in a little closer. Good. I'm lifting my heels as I lower my bottom. Little frog squat. Again, make adjustments or skip this if you need to. Little balance here, balancing squat. Of course, your hands could be on the mat. You could be sitting kind of on a block. You could be skipping this and just moving along to a seated pose. Just listen to your body. This isn't kind to all of our knees. A lot of us have knee problems. I have some knee issues in my left knee. This doesn't bother it, so I'm good to go there. It might not be the same for your body. Good. One more breath. We're going to have a seat. Good. We're going to release both legs. Do a little flop, little bounce. Let me just check to see where we are here. Good. We're going to do a little half boat variation here. So good contact with our sits bones. And we're going to give this a go. And we'll see if you like it. If not, that's fine. We're going to bend our left knee with our left foot on the floor. We're going to raise, did I say that wrong? We're going to bend our right knee with our right foot on the floor, and we're going to start to lift our left leg up. And you can be holding on to that left leg if you like. Your arms could be out in half boat. Try to straighten your spine. Here comes the variation though. If you like, you can try to lift this right knee, right foot off the mat and bring that knee in towards our chest. Just steer your gazes out over our left leg. And we're going to lower our right foot, our left leg. Bounce. Windshield wiper. Sorry, we're moving a little quicker through this than I would normally like. But I'll give you a little taste of this option to do for a half boat. There's our left knee. We're raising that right leg up into a half boat, half modified boat. You can hold on to your leg. You can also have a strap here over your foot. You can release your arms. You can stay here with your left foot on the mat, or you can lift that left foot off the mat, bringing that left knee in towards our chest, still raising our right leg. Just see your gazes out over our right toes. Beautiful. Release the leg. Straighten out both legs. Little windshield wiper. Little rock from side to side. We're going to do a full boat here. Again, modify as you need to. Good contact with our sits bones. If you have some excess here, you might need to rock a little bit or adjust a little bit. We'll start with bending our knees, heels on the floor, leaning back a little bit, straightening our legs. You could be holding onto your legs, or you can release your arms. Good. Just your gazes out over our toes. Good. We're going to bend our knees, feet on the floor, hands behind us. We're going to do a little modified reverse table. Doesn't matter which direction your fingers point. Mine are pointing away from my body. We're pressing into our palms, squeezing our shoulder blades together, opening our heart chakra. Beautiful. We're going to come back to our boat. So we're going to lift our torso, hands off the mat. Again, you can lift your heels, straighten your legs, release your arms if you like. You can kind of pump your arms up and down. Just your gazes out over your toes. Good. This is a good core strengthener. It's good weight loss pose. Feet on the floor, knees bent. You can either repeat the modified reverse table or do the full version. Again, hands behind us. Doesn't matter if your fingers are pointing towards your body or away from your body. Modified version is pressing into our palms, squeezing our shoulder blades together. Or you can come up into the full version, pressing into your heels, lifting your hips. You can keep your head up, you can let it come back. Lift your hips. Soft, full breaths. Good, one more breath. We're going to exhale, let our hips come to the floor, straighten out our legs, inhale into staff, exhale, fold forward, reaching as you come down, lengthen your spine, let your hands come down, your head and shoulders relax, little forward fold. Try to collapse into this pose. Release tension where you don't need to. We're starting to wind down our practice. Maybe you're clenching your jaw. Maybe you need to relax your tongue, your cheeks, your ears, your shoulders. Good. We're going to inhale and come up. We're going to do a modified fish here. So we're going to bring our hands next to our hips with our fingers pointing towards our toes. Roll back on our elbows. Pressing into our elbows, squeezing our shoulder blades together, opening our chest. We're balancing out the forward folding that we've done with this back bend. So opening our heart chakra is our goal here. You can keep your head up, you can let it dangle, or you can slide back till the top of your head rests on the floor. Just listen to your body. Good. One more breath. And then our next exhale, we're going to slowly come all the way to the mat. We're going to bring both knees in towards our chest. Rock a little bit from side to side. Good. We're going to release our knees, and we're going to take about 2 minutes to finish out your practice. So now is a great time for an inversion if you like that, or if you need to hit the restroom before relaxation, now is a good time for that. Maybe you feel like your practice isn't complete unless you do pigeon pose. Now is the time for that. I always have to end with a recline twist. So I will be doing that. Shoulder stand, headstand, handstand, any of those inversions, now is a great time for that. If you like to put on socks or a sweatshirt or get a blanket or eye pillow for your eyes, now is a good time for that. Just taking this last opportunity to finish out your practice. We didn't do a lot of seated poses. Maybe you feel like you need to have cobbler's pose to complete your practice today. Or maybe you just want to settle into Savasana. You've had enough and you're ready to relax. That's also fine. If you've done a pose on one side and you need to do it on the other, or you need a counter pose, you can do that here as well. Just about 1 more minute or so. Now, when you're ready, you can begin to make your way into a Savasana or corpse pose. Anything you can be comfortable in for about 6 minutes or so. Maybe you're reclined with your knees bent, feet on the floor. Maybe you have some pillows, bolsters, or blankets under your knees and your legs are extended. Maybe your legs are extended flat on the floor. You'd like to bring your heels to the edges of the mat and let your feet flop open. In a happy yoga class, traditionally, our hands are lower than our heart. Our palms are facing up in a gesture that's open and receptive. You can press down into your elbows to tuck your shoulder blades under. You can tip your chin so your spine is nice and long. We'll just settle in here, close your eyes. Let all the work we've done for the past 50 minutes or so settle into your body. When you're ready, you can transition into our 3-part or yoga breath. Inhaling, filling your belly, ribs, chest with air. Exhaling, let your chest, ribs, belly contract. Just take a little time here focusing on your breath. Once again, letting everything from the outside world slip away. Giving yourself permission to have this time, be in this space. And here, think about your toes. Relax and release your toes. Relax the top of your feet, soles of your feet. Relax your heels. Breathe. Think about your ankles. Relax and release your ankles. Relax your shins, calves. Relax your lower legs. Relax your kneecaps, sides of knees, back of knees. Relax your thighs. Just focus on your breathing, breathing in and out. Bring your attention to your hips. Relax and release your hips. Relax your pelvis. Relax your bottom. Breathe. Inhale. And as you exhale, relax. Release to the floor. Think about your belly. Relax and release your belly. Relax your sides. Relax your ribs. Relax your chest. Breathe. Inhale, and as you exhale, relax. Release to the floor. Bring your attention to your fingers. Relax and release your fingers. Relax the palms of your hands, back of your hands. Relax your wrists. Breathe. Inhale, and as you exhale, relax. Release to the floor. Relax your lower arms, elbows, and upper arms. Relax your shoulders, feel the tension melt away. Relax your neck, throat, jaw, and chin. Relax your tongue, teeth. Relax your cheeks. Relax all around your eyes. Relax your brow. Inhale. And as you exhale, relax. Release to the floor. Think about your hair. Relax and release your hair. Relax your ears, back of your neck. Relax your entire body. Inhale. And as you exhale, relax. Let go. And breathe. Just focus on your breathing, breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. And now slowly begin to bring your attention back into your breath. Just focus on your breathing, breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Begin to bring attention back into your body. You can wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers, and gently turn your head from side to side, taking a few moments. Moving and stretching any way that feels right. Maybe circling your wrists and ankles before bringing your knees in towards your chest for a hug. Then rolling gently to one side. Pausing for a moment to transition. Before joining me in a seated pose, with your eyes closed or softly gazing. Once again, notice how you're feeling. Know you can find your way to peace and well-being by concentrating on your breath and being in the present moment. Bring your hands together in prayer position at heart center. The light and love in me honors the light and love in you. Namaste. Well, thank you so much for joining me again. My name's Jessie. I teach the first and second Sunday of each month on Human Breathing Yoga Studios Facebook page. Check it out. The Sunday classes and the meditations remain free on Human Breathing's Facebook page. All of the other classes have moved to Zoom, so support your local yoga studio. It's $50, unlimited classes,